My name's James Abraham. This is Kara Abraham. We are on our second boat with the Moorings. Our boat is located in the Abacos, and the name of it is Gold Digger, because every boat has to have a song. Kind of what inspired us to even own a boat is just watching YouTube and watching people have a lot of fun and going out there on the water and just, chilling out and going to new spots that we've never adventured to. But the Moorings was kind of we decided to go to the Miami Boat Show just to see how, the other half has boats and how they get boats and how they afford the boat. And we started talking to someone, and as much as I hate to say it, Fontaine Peugeot, and she was a very nice lady, and she said, well, why don't you get a boat and charter? And I'm like, well, what's a boat and charter? And she said, well, we basically pay you income to use your boat, get you the boat at almost no cost. And I said, well, okay, how's that go? And so then we started going from, at the show, we started going from one manufacturer and going, hey, do you have a charter program? And they would be like, well, yeah, but this is our charter program. You buy the boat, and if we charter it, you get paid. And I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting. I go, the next one. Oh, you know what? Fontaine Peugeot, yeah, when we charter the boat, you get paid.
And you pay for the repairs, and you pay the
insurance.
You
pay the everything, you pay the insurance, you pay this, you pay that. And I'm like, okay, so then we stumble across, and we walked onto the Moorings 5000.
The first year it was out.
Yeah, and we both walked on and we're like, this is the boat. And we had no clue at the time. We're like, is this a good purchase, a bad purchase? But then we sat on the top deck of the 5000, and we started talking to owners that were coming up there, and a guy sat next to us, a guy named Glenn. And Glenn was like, oh, you don't own a boat? He's like, oh, I'm on my second boat. We just got ours destroyed in the hurricane. And I said, yours destroyed in the hurricane? I'm like, what happened? He goes, well, it was a year into the program. And I'm like, well, so what did they do? They gave us all of our money back. And I'm like, they gave you all of your money back after a year? And Glenn's like, yeah. So then we run into Christine, who was our salesperson. And Christine was, supposed salesperson. We're like, hey, we want to buy a boat. She's like, have you ever sailed before? Well, no, I've never sailed, but I watched YouTube. And I'm pretty sure she thought we were crazy. Actually, I know she thought we were crazy.
She didn't believe us, since we don't even own a pontoon at home.
And we have no boat time. But now we went through entire COVID, whatever could happen, we got our money.
They never missed a payment.
Never missed a payment.
And the Moorings actually, after Katrina, Irma, they left room on their cargo ships to bring their employees necessities that they wouldn't normally get. And to me, after Irma, paying for the boats and still taking care of their employees, we knew this was the company for us.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Well, we chose the Moorings 5000 for a couple of reasons. One is we like the many areas where you can sit and kind of congregate with friends, and everyone I bring on it loves the different areas, and it's funny, like I'll be on a boat and other people are like in the front area, and I don't have to deal with them back here, or they don't have to deal with me. So.
And the truth is, what did you say? Go big or go home. Because we've never owned a boat. We had no idea how big the 50 really was until we were on it on our own.
Yeah, it's a nice sized boat. It's comfortable. It's got everything you need. It's got enough refrigeration. It's just an expansive boat. The buying process was pretty easy. At first we financed the boat, much like buying a house in some ways. But money down, and then basically going through the lender itself, and then figuring out and me being financially driven is like, okay, is this going to cover this, or how much are we getting? Is it going to cover the loan? How much are we going to buy down the loan? But other than that, it was a really relatively painless process. Destinations we've experienced through the Moorings, we've gone to Croatia, which and I'll figure, and my favorite actually is Croatia. That was incredible. I actually, a lot of the places I'll pick up a moorings captain just because I haven't sailed that area. So Croatia was one of those I picked up a captain. My second favorite, but it's one of my favorite places on earth, is really where the mooring space is in Tortola, the British Virgin Islands. And that being, it's the same route, you run it all the time, and the same people. I've gotten to know so many island, friends and moorings friends and mooring owner friends that it's like every time I'm down here, I see the same people. And it's like, oh, I didn't know you're gonna be here. And then we hang out together, and it's just kind of a big friendship group and a good camaraderie. I myself have been to St. Lucia, St. Martin's. I've been down to Grenadines, and really this area, which is
Bahamas.
And the Bahamas, right? Where actually our boat, Gold Digger,
Second boat is.
Yeah, our second boat, Gold Digger, is. Favorite moment on the yacht? Well, that's a great question. I think every moment is my favorite moment. I mean, really, my favorite moment is when I get to bring friends that haven't experienced this and see their faces light up. And it's like, to me, it's amazing. And I like to take people who I know might not be able to ever do this and say, you got to come down here, because it's a trip of a lifetime.
And the friends who we have referred that have bought boats.
Yeah, and I can tell you those friends feel the same way.
I think when thinking about yacht ownership, the best thing to think about, it's a lifestyle that will change your life.
Yeah, and with the moorings, to me, it was kind of one, we talked about it being painless, to really, get the boat and, put it in the charter. And it's really, I feel it's not coming out of my own pocket. I'm kind of making them pay for the boat. And the way I look at it is, in boat ownership, you can own a boat, and what do they say, the best day you have is the day you buy the boat. The best day you have is when you sell the boat, or whatever that saying is. But to me, the great thing is having the moorings basically pay the boat that I get to use. If I were to sum up like yacht ownership or moorings in one word, for me, it's adventure.
Life-changing.
Yeah. Adventure is like, this is nothing that, a small, it's like I used to run marathons, and it's like 1% of people run marathons. Really, what percentage of people actually get to do this? And have someone else pay for it. To me, that is like the best thing about this.